Syrian Arab Army units killed scores of ISIS and al-Nusra front terrorists and destroyed their ammunition in several areas. Syria strongly condemns the terrorist attack which targeted Tunisia, calling on the international community to take a serious stance and a responsible act for eradicating the plague of terrorism. Al-Saud warplanes target the scientific institute and the hospital in al-Hudaydah, and the Yemeni army retaliates by shelling several positions. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Irado Krikorian from the News Center in Damascus. President Bashar al-Assad received today South African President's two envoys to the Middle East, Dr. Zula Sakobia, Azizi Bahad, and the accompanying delegation. The South African envoys conveyed the greetings of South African President Jacob Zuma to President Bashar al-Assad and his country's keenness to enhance bilateral relations with Syria and continued coordination with what it serves the interests of both people, as he explained the visions of both countries and the necessity of enhancing international peace and security. President al-Assad talked during the meeting about the danger of Takfiri terrorism that the Syrian people are exposed to, with the direct support from regional sides and a cover from some foreign countries. The President clarified that the terrorist attacks in several countries around the world are proof that terrorism is a global crisis because its core is a racist ideology that knows no borders. President al-Assad pointed out that eliminating terrorism requires concentrated efforts from all the states to fight it, indicated that the people of the region see the BRICS countries, which South Africa, a member in, are capable of playing an active role in unifying the efforts because the main aim of these countries is international peace and security by making international balanced relations, adhering by international conventions that are based on respecting the other country's sovereignty and unity and the right of people of self-determination. The Syrian Arab Army destroyed an armored vehicle and a rocket launching pad for Takfiri terrorist organizations in Al-Nuaima in Daraa countryside. The source added that the Syrian Arab Army unit also destroyed a vehicle, leaving all the terrorists inside dead, while targeting a hideout in the western side of al-Bajabija neighborhood in Daraa al-Balad. The Syrian Arab Army also destroyed dens for Jabhat al-Nusra terrorists and killed large numbers of them, among them leaders in Nasib in Daraa countryside. It killed 7 terrorists from Jabhat al-Nusra and destroyed 3 vehicles equipped with machine guns in Al-Yaduda town in Daraa countryside. Meanwhile, units of the Syrian Arab Army foiled attempts by terrorists to attack many military posts in Daraa and its countryside, killing large numbers of them and destroying their weapons. Syrian Air Forces carried out intensive strikes against ISIS terrorist organizations' dens in al-Hasaka countryside. A well-informed source said that the airstrikes targeted ISIS gatherings in Gharet al-Muslib, Ad-Dawdiya and the Villas neighborhood to the south of the city, killing and wounding scores of terrorists. The news correspondent in al-Hasaka said that the force tasked in protecting al-Hasaka Central Prison is still in its position and its members are carrying out their duty in confronting ISIS terrorists. The correspondent added that a large number of al-Hasaka citizens joined the Syrian Arab Army to defend the city against ISIS terrorists. ISIS terrorists detonated a bombed lorry near the headquarters of criminal security in al-Hasaka. The explosion resulted in the death of several martyrs and the wounding of others. Russian Foreign Ministry announced that the main topic in the negotiations with Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign and Expatriates Minister Walid al-Muallim, who will visit Moscow from the 28th till the 30th of July, the situation in Syria, whereas in the last period of time, ISIS terrorist organization and Jabhat al-Nusra are working on enlarging their control in the Syrian territories. The Russian Foreign Ministry clarified in a statement today that the international opinion received with concern since a while the news of ISIS control of the Syrian city of Palmyra, which ruins are in the UNESCO International Record for Heritage. The ministry pointed out that the Russian stance from the Syrian affairs is supporting the Syrian Arab Republic unity and territorial integrity. Syria strongly condemned the terrorist attack which targeted Tunisia, calling on the international community to take a serious stance and a responsible act for eradicating the plague of terrorism. Foreign and Expatriates Ministry said in a statement that Syria strongly condemns this terrorist attack and expresses deep sympathy with the people of Tunisia and the families of the victims. It added that the terrorist acts which hit Tunisia, Kuwait and France yesterday confirm all over again that no one is isolated from the danger of terrorism, which has no limits or religion, referring that the international community should take a serious stance and a responsible act to eradicate the plague of terrorism and force the countries that are providing support to terrorism, particularly Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Turkey, to comply with the resolutions of the international legitimacy relevant to counter terrorism and abandon their destructive policies which pose a threat to the international peace, stability and security. The statement concluded by saying that Syria, which is bravely resisting the Takfiri terrorism, affirms its readiness to cooperate with all sincere efforts for saving the world from this imminent danger. The death toll of the terrorist suicide attack that targeted Al-Imam al-Siddiq Mosque in Kuwait reached 27 martyrs and more than 200 wounded. The Islamic States in Iraq and Syria, ISIS terrorist organization, announced its responsibility on the attack. The Kuwaiti Prime Ministry held an emergency meeting to discuss the repercussions of this terrorist attack. As the Kuwaiti media means announced that Kuwait Emir Sheikh Sabah al-Ahmad al-Jaber al-Mubarak al-Sabah visited the site. This is the first time that Kuwait has been under ISIS attacks after adopting 2 terrorist explosions in Dammam and Al-Qadih in Saudi Arabia. 3 civilians were killed in an air raid by al-Saud regime on several positions in al-Hadida governorate in Yemen. A local source clarified that 3 raids targeted the leadership building and the countryside hospital in al-Hadida, which led to the death of 3 civilians. On retaliation of the Saudi aggressions, the Yemeni army and the popular committees shelled the Saudi military position in Jazan and the Saudi soldiers' gatherings in several areas. Welcome back. In a national seminar organized by Media Committee in Damascus today to combat drug phenomenon, the participants displayed the efforts on the concerned authorities to limit and face this phenomenon, aiming to protect the society from its health effects and its social, economic consequences, spreading awareness among the youth generation about its risks and negative impacts on their lives and future. In a speech during the seminar, the Interior Minister and the head of the National Committee to Combat Drugs, Mohammed al-Sha'ar, said that the spread of drugs is more dangerous than wars and disasters because it will destroy the man. In the same context, the minister confirmed that the terrorist war in Syria will not deter it from combating drugs, noting that the ongoing efforts made by the Syrian Arab Army alongside the internal security forces to defeat the remnants of terrorism. The Interior Minister said Syria will spare no effort to fight the drug phenomenon internally or internationally. Moreover, Syria joined the international conventions in combating this phenomenon, and it has never hesitated to offer full coordination, exchange of experiences and information with the regional and international organizations. Finally, al-Awama is one of the most popular and delicious sweets in Syria and the Arab states.
Al-Awama ingredients include flour, water, yeast and salt. It's fried in the shape of small balls, then put in cold sugar syrup. This kind of sweets has special popularity in the holy month of Ramadan and other religious and social occasions. Al-Qataif is another popular kind of sweets similar to al-Awama. It takes the shape of pie, stuffed with nuts and served fried or baked.
Al-Qataif is one of the oldest kinds of sweets in Damascus. It's very delicious and people buy it all time, especially in Ramadan. These kinds of sweets are distinguished for its easy preparation, whether at home or in sweet shops. Moreover, it doesn't cost very much.
Syria is considered one of the most famous and oldest countries in making Eastern sweets.
We offer all kinds of sweets which usually decorate Ramadan banquet. There is a high turnout on Damascene sweets, which is distinguished for its high quality at world level.
With this, we conclude our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our Facebook page, Syria TV channels. You may also watch the Syrian satellite channel live on YouTube. Now to latest business at market news with Nariman Qassam. But after a short break, stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Damascus Chamber of Commerce, in cooperation with the Ministry of Awqaf and Islamic Affairs, have launched Ramadan and Eid Shopping Festival in Taqiyya Mosque in Damascus. The festival comes within the Chamber's participation in Live It Differently 2015 campaign, in addition to the participation of dozens of the national companies specialized in manufacturing of clothing, textile, food industries, detergent, etc. The participants in the festival offer discounts and reductions ranging from 20 to 50%, in addition to shopping promotions. The festival sends clear message to the world that both the Syrian industry is still in a good position and that the industrialists are still working in high spirits to supply the market with products and meet the needs of citizens. The Consumer and Food Products and Clothing Shopping Festival was concluded with the participation of the Minister of Domestic Trade and the consumer representative institutions in a Famia complex in Latakia on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan. Through the exhibition, the institutions presented wide variety of national Syrian products and Iranian credit line related with low prices. The purpose of this festival is to support citizens with low income and make it easy for them to get their needs during the holy month of Ramadan. The Director of Storage and Marketing Cooperation Branch in Latakia, Engineer Hussam Tajur, explained that the festival came in response to the trends of positive intervention to provide the basic needs of citizens with competitive prices. In addition, these institutions will submit special discounts through this holy month. The amount of sold wheat to Isra and al-Sanamain centers, which are related to the center of the General Establishment for Cereal Processing, reached about 900 tons in Daraa. The chairman of Isra Center said in a statement to Sana that the marketed quantity from this region reached about 650 tons, noting that marketing kits are available, especially canvas bags, trained personnel and analysis laboratories for taking samples. He furthermore called for accelerating providing harvesting combines in Isra area. On his part, the chairman of al-Sanamain Center said in another statement that the marketed quantities of the center amounted to about 150 tons. In a related context, the director of the General Organization for Seed Multiplication Branch, Engineer Ghazi Nasif, affirmed that the branch received 6 shipments of wheat, amounted to about 130 tons and about 51 tons of barley seeds. It is worth mentioning that the branch requires specific conditions for the marketed quantities, such as the moisture percentage. Damascus Stock Exchange Rate Index reached about 150 million Syrian pounds. The trading volume reached about 670,377 shares. The DWX Index rose 99 points and reached a value of 1,199 points and 33 parts of the point. And now over to some main currencies exchange rates according to the bulletin of the Central Bank of Syria. Ladies and gentlemen, this was our economic news for today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.